Hello, Snakes. My name is Dante, and today it is Podcast Tuesday once again. And well, for today's podcast, we got Bloomburrow spoilers. Yep, Bloomburrow. Finally, finally coming. It's coming in 2 weeks or something. I don't know. Freaking August. Yep, already. We're getting a new standard set. And in this set, well, everyone's an animal. And yeah, and if you're not an animal, when you enter this plane, you become an animal. So yeah, second plane with no humans at all. Not only does it naturally not have humans, there can't be any humans to begin with. Look, so and this is to when you turn into an animal, you blend in with the rest of um the population, which are also animals. I mean, like there's like what? Let me just check. There's like, I don't know, imagine what the hell is? Oh, it's a showcase treatment. All right, but there is. Let's see. Oh my God, there's like. We got birds, rats, lizards, raccoons, rabbits, bats, otters, squirrels, mice, and frogs. So that's the population. But I mean, we got a few other animals. We got snake. Well, there's even a snake, even, and among others. But like, well, yeah, that's basically animals that. Oh, I mean, they even added skunks and weasels. Yep, that's right. I mean, those are the main tribes: birds, rats, lizards. But there are also badgers, there are hamsters, possum, fish as well. Oh, fish are currency. Oh, that's why you gift a fish or gift a card. Like we got calamity beasts as well, birds, bears as well. I mean, coyotes, elk. Wait, was elk there? No, I mean, insects, wolverines, and wolves. Oh darn! Classes finally return as well, and well, they are food and treasures predefined tokens. But whatever. And well, I mean, there are more food tokens. I mean, the usage of food tokens in the set is much larger than in the Throne of Eldraine, or I mean Eldraine sets, because well, we got foraging. Foraging is like collecting evidence, but it's either with it's with food or cards in graveyard. So all right, we got blight counters and supply counters. What the hell are those? Anyways, um, but yeah, there's also another plane. We got like uh Segovia. Let's talk about Segovia. This plane, everything's like miniature, like everything's 100 times smaller, and the Segovian Leviathan is literally the size of a Dominarian elephant. Yep. And when you visit the plane, you get shrunk to fit the plane. It's like the smallest plane, I think. But but then when you leave the plane, you get larger, but not the items. So you got like a friggin' Colossus hammer. Take it to Segovia, and it comes back as a friggin' toothpick. I mean, I don't know. I mean, just a small, like, it's just maybe a normal maybe that was an exaggeration. Maybe an ordinary hammer, small hammer. I don't know, whatever. And and yeah. Oh darn! When it got invaded, the fire scene did not shrink. Oh darn! Well, oh, the reason why Segovian Leviathan was like gigantic, but it's only a free, is because everyone was joking about, everyone's joking about it being very large in the art, but it being small in stats. So they turned Segovia into a plane, which was everything was smaller, and of course it's a Spanish. There's also a Spanish city by the same name, but it's despite this, the culture is based on ancient Greece or Rome because it has a hippodrome, and Cetus is is basically named after the Cetus. Whatever, I don't know, whatever. But yeah, Segovian Angel, of course, like probably reference of like Segovian Leviathan and similar to Sarah Angel. But we're not talking about Segovia. I mean, although a set of Segovia would be very nice, we're talking Bloomburrow here. So let's just go to our combo first of all, which I don't know if I've shown this one before, but whatever. I've seen this again, and I'll just put it. Let's go to these classic combos. We got Blood Chief Ascension and Mind Crank, which if the Blood Chief Ascension has ascended, this means every time a card hits the opponent's graveyard, it drains them for 2. Mind Crank makes it so that the opponent mills based on the amount of life they're losing. And well, yeah, these this just changes infinitely, thus killing the opponent or milling the opponent, whichever happens first. I mean, chances are, knowing how many cards are in the library, it's just going to be 2 life per card, and like so unless you have more than twice the life of the number of cards in the library, then you die to the drain alone. But if you somehow manage to survive the drain, you will die to the mill. So yeah, it's basically an infinite combo, and it just starts like that. It just starts with either a card that hits the graveyard or life loss. So it's kind of like that Exquisite Blood Sanguine Bond combo, and of course there's not just that. 2 Exquisite Bloods. Wait, no. Could just, lock down a game, because the thing is, you lose life, and like, I don't know. I mean, lose life. No, never mind. My bad. But like, you just keep on hitting each other and just gaining life. So, oh my god. Anyways. Let's go to our non-bow, where we got quite the reverse interaction. We see. Let's talk about the fact that Through the Breach players in Modern are playing this trash version of Ulamog. Are you freaking serious? All right, so. Let's just talk about Ulamog, the Fighter. A 10 mana legendary Eldrazi that when you cast 7/7, when you cast it, Turbone ingests half the library rounded up, with a ward cost of sacrificing 2 permanents. And ETBs are a number of +1 counters equal to the greatest mana value among cards in exile. And Annihilator Etz, where Etz is the number of +1 counters on it. So, Through the Breach will put the Ulamog onto the battlefield without triggering. So your library will be intact. And unless you got cards in exile, chances are it will just be your ordinary 7/7 with no counters on it. And I mean, it just dies and nothing else happens. It's not like Ulamog the Infinite Gyre that would be like, I mean it's 11 mana, but it's a 10/10 with an Annihilator 4. Indestructible. So even if you do like if you manage to hard cast Ulamog, this Ulamog, yeah, you're you do get half your library sliced away, and well, but it still dies to removal. I mean, only thing protecting this Ulamog is a ward cost of 2 permanents, and knowing if your opponent is casted Ulamog, then it has reached this point where it's a late game. You'd be able to, you know, felt a profane on it, and we'll just sacrifice 2 lands. I mean, oh my god. Still, um, not just that. So, I mean, there's also the other Ulamog, the Ceaseless Hunger. That's a 10/10 as well. I mean, 10, no, it's a 10 mana as well. But it's also 10/10 instead of 7/7. Indestructible. When you cast it, well, yeah, it's out 2 permanents, which chances are you won't cast it. Similar to how the Infinite Gyre destroys a permanent when you cast it, and when it hits the graveyard, shuffle your whole graveyard back into your library with it. So stops you from getting milled, which mill is a thing in the meta. I mean, it is a modern deck. I mean, an actual deck, meta deck. But well, Ceaseless Hunger, when it attacks, ingest 20. And so yeah, basically Ulamog, the Defiler, just yeah. I don't know, man. I don't see it through the breach. Let's just go to our number 10 where we got a reprint. And we got we basically, you know, a frog that interacts with creature types. I mean, if you play in a squirrel deck, I mean, you could play in Chatterfang. You get squirrels. Valley Mycor starts growing, and yeah, this is actually cool. You know, I mean, um, Valley Mycolor number 9. The frog that interacts other creature types. So we got the frog, the squirrel right behind it, the raccoon, and the rabbit. Well, let's go to number 8, where we got a new cycle of cards. The season cycle. The season, basically, season of. Wait, hold on. Season of. We got season of gathering, season of loss, season of the bold, season of the burrow, and season of weaving. These 5 seasons lets you choose. It gives you like choice points. So these paws. I mean, choose 5 paws worth of modes, and like there's some modes that cost 1 paw, 2 paws, and 3 paws. So let's just say how you choose it is up to you, because you can choose the same mode more than once. For Season of Gathering, we see here they can put plus one on the creature you control, gains vigilance and trample until end of turn. So I mean, you could go up and say put 5 plus one counters on my creatures, gain vigilance and trample. So until I'm sorry, not vigilance and trample counters, but whatever. Um, let's talk about or just do or for 2 paws you can choose to destroy artifacts or enchantments. So if you spend 4 paws, you can destroy both all artifacts and all enchantments, giving you 1 paw left to put a +1 counter on the creature you control, give it vigilance and trample in the turn. Now, for 3 paws, you can only do it once. Draw cards equal to number of the greatest power among creatures you control. So you could, since the paws happen in this order, you can do 1 paw twice and then the 3 paws, drawing you a bunch of cards. You could also do 3 paws and blow up artifacts or blow up all enchantments. You could also blow up both all artifacts and all enchantments and put a +1 counter on 3 creatures. You can also blow up all artifacts or all enchantments and then just do card draw. Or you could just put 5 +1 counters. Or if you don't have creatures at all, you don't need to do the 1 paw. You could just destroy all artifacts, all enchantments, and not use the last paw. But honestly, I don't see how you do that. Let's just talk about Season of Loss. Season of Loss lets you choose to. So yeah, this is the black one in the cycle, which allows you to, for 2 paws, draw a card for each creature you controlled that died this turn. And for 3 paws, drain. No, not drain. Make the opponent lose its life or X the number of creature cards in your graveyard. So if you lost a lot of creatures this turn, you could do 2 paws and 3 paws. Or if you have a bunch of creatures in your graveyard, or you could just board wipe for 5 mana. Make everyone sacrifice 5 creatures, or you could just make everyone sacrifice 3 creatures, draw a card, or for each creature you control that died this turn. So at least, maybe 3 cards if you had 3 creatures. But there's of course the bold, the burrow, and the weaving. So yeah, that's basically since that'll be a long time to explain all of them. But let's just go into our number 7, and we got for the common good. We got a double X in the green sorcery. Clone one of your tokens X times. Then your tokens gain indestructible on turn, and you gain 1 life for each token you control. So it has to be a token. So if you have a big token, let's just go into token and let's see where we go for deep. I mean, clone. If you have a copy of a creature, you could copy it again. That clone. I mean, but let's talk about like the. I mean, you could also clone non-creatures. You could clone artifacts. You could clone. Now there's land tokens coming up in Duskmorn. Enchantment tokens. I mean, I've seen some enchantment tokens. I mean, let's talk about um. hmm. So yeah. Oh my God! Did you know that halfling tokens from the Lord of the Rings Commander um have the type line Tolkien creature halfling? I did not know that, but still, I mean, there are some like uh Twin of Desolation, I think it was called. This one a twin. Hold on, twin of the Desolation Twin. Yeah, when you cast and create a 1/1 Eldrazi, you could clone that Eldrazi. Let's just um let's just go to our number 6, and we got Wishing Well, a brand new um Avervile in blue, free in a blue artifact. Tap. Put a coin counter on the Wishing Well, then you may cast target instant or sorcery with MV equal to the number of coin counters on Wishing Well from your graveyard without paying its mana cost. But you have to exile it afterwards. Only at sorcery speed. So yeah, Arclight Phoenix has a new toy, and of course it's and a lot of commander players too. So you do this, and while you could play the Wishing Well, first of all you could just tap flashback flashback a consider or something similar. Then on the second turn, like second time you just you know use something for 2 mana. There's like there's a few, and well, maybe even eventually in the late game at 8 counters you treasure cruise, and at 11 counters, which I mean very unlikely, but if it does go that far, bro, uh, temporal trespass. But the issue, yeah, the only downside is that it's sorcery speed. It has to be equal to a number of coin counters. Gets eds out after use, and which honestly I don't know why they did this. If you can't redo it, why eds out it after use? I mean, uh, and it's 4 man, but I mean, I am sure someone will find a way to break this. I don't know, but I'll leave it to you guys to figure out if you can break uh Wishing Well in in uh in standard, pioneer, modern. Let me know in the comments. Number 5, we got Valley Floodcaller, a free mana 2/2 Honor Wizard with flash, and your non-creatures have flash. I mean, well, they don't have flash. You can cast them as if they had flash. When you cast a non-creature spell, your birds, frogs, otters, and rats gain +1 on turn. Untap them. So, yeah, this is so it's really cool. Similar to this might be the pioneer alternative to to Small Teferi, because Small Teferi got banned like years ago, and well, I'm happy they did that. But whatever. I mean, Valley Floodcaller lets you cast your non-creatures with flash. This has flash itself, so you can catch your opponent by surprise. You play this in a control deck. You just Valley Floodcaller, flash, then flash in board wipe or something, and oh my god! Not only that, You just I mean I think there's some birds. I mean that could be played in control, right? I mean I don't know, but still, Valley Flood Color is broken, and we're getting it now in August. Let's go to our number 4, and we got Quintorius got a new to. Oh wait, hold on. Maybe not. It's a free mana, free one bird cleric with flying. So yeah, maybe not Quintorius decks, but you could. This could be broken easily with um with clones flying. Whenever it or another creature you control flying dies, bring back another creature with lesser MV from your graveyard to battlefield. So I mean, sadly, um, sadly they made it so you can't bring back the same creature, but with 2 clones. I mean, let's just so they didn't make it that easy to break. You can't do it with a single clone. I mean, with 4 mana with a clever impersonator, copy a 6 mana or a 5 mana flyer, sacrifice the clever impersonator, bring back clever impersonator. That is not possible, sadly. But however, if you have a clever impersonator on the battlefield impersonating a 5 mana flyer, and then you got stunt double or something similar in the graveyard, you can sacrifice it, bring that one back, copy the flyer, and then that's the infinite combo. So Jackdaw Survivor, it does work with clones very well. I mean, you can break that Jackdaw Survivor, but they made it harder to break. I mean, Mothra. I mean, not really Mothra, but whatever. When a creature that doesn't fly dies, bring it back with flying, but bring it back with flying counter. So if you just use Solemnity, well, yeah, that's infinite. But that also works with Undying. So, but Jackdaw Survivor, this could be broken, but um, but they made it a bit harder to break. Let's go to number 3, and we got our snake, Run Mouth Viper. A 6 mana, 6/6 elemental snake. Uh, with devour non-land permanents that make it cost 1 less to cast for each permanent sack, but not really devour. I mean, you have to do it as an additional cost, so you can sacrifice permanents to reduce the cost, but you can't sacrifice lands. Exactly. You can still sacrifice tokens though, but not lands. So you sacrifice 5, and this becomes a 1 mana. Wow, sits. Play this in a friggin' uh, uh, 8 cast deck, and you can get Run Mount Viper on turn 2. Oh my god. Well, when it ETBs or attacks, um, put a Blight counter. Then for each Blight counter, you Torment, but instead of 3 life, it's 4 life. So just by default, it makes you lose 4 life unless they sacrifice a non-land permanent or discard a card. So uh, and when it attacks, it keeps on doing that. So it's kind of like a snake titan. I mean, like you know what I mean by titans. Like the original 5 titans, when they ETB or attack, they do an effect, and we also got titans in Pharaohs, Oro and Krotza, which they die unless you escape them. Like they're like it's evoke unless you escaped it, and also now we got Flage as well. So let's just go to Titan of. We got Krotza, Flage, and uh, And of course, we also got Uro. Yeah, I mean, well, it was only Crooks and Uro. They added Flage, which is the new one of basically lightning heat assist, and I think there was going to be a fourth one, but they canceled it. So yeah, and well, it's actually really cool though. I like it. So plus it's a 6 mana sit, so it does count as like the as a titan. I mean, well, it's a sit. I mean, the original titans were 6 mana. They also had a Phyrexian Grave Titan, and well, this is and well, of course, the Pharaoh's Titans are 3 mana or 2 mana. I mean, depending. I mean, Corpse has 2 mana. Uro and Flage are 3 mana, but like this one's like 6 mana. But it's not 4 in double color. It's 5 in a single color. But you can reduce the cost of it. So let's just go to our number 2. We got Bob the Bat, Warlock, Darkstar Ogre, a 3 mana 2/3 Bat Warlock with offspring for a black, meaning for 4 mana you can get 2 Dark Confidence instead of 1. I mean, the second one is a 1/1, but still it flies, and so does the original 2/3. Oh my god, you get much more value than two. You get much more value from offspringing a Darkstar Augur than just playing a Dark Confident. Two Dark Confidents. Oh my god. So, because it literally has the same ability as a Dark Confident. Review the top cover library, put in your hand. You lose life equal to its mana value. So, Dark Confident was played for a long time in Jund decks and other similar decks where you just flip the top card and then it draws you an extra card and would lose you up to 4 life because most expensive card in the deck in terms of mana was Bloodbraid Elf. But I mean, usually it's just you lose 1 life, no life because you hit a land, 2 life sometimes. And well, I don't think you ever. I don't think. I mean, oh yeah, the Liliana 3 life. That's so still Darkstar. Well, Dark Confident. They don't. They do hit you, but you get the card advantage. I mean, it's really good. I mean, Death Shadow never actually played this. I mean, I don't know why, but I mean, Death Shadow they have even cheaper cards. I mean, 1 mana, 2 mana. I think sometimes there's 3 mana. I mean, the only thing that was like more or less expensive in the deck. I mean, it is, but it was it's replaceable. It doesn't actually refill the deck. Gormag Angler, a 7 mana 5/5 with Delve, and some were playing Tassigur, which is a 6/6 with Delve. No, not 6/6, 6 mana, 4/5 with Delve. That for 4 mana, mill 2, and your opponent gets you something back. But still, um, Darkstar Augur is our new Dark Confident that has a child. But whatever, let's just go to our number 1. And we got Wick, the World Mind, a 4 mana 2/4 Rat Warlock with whenever Wick or another rat you control dies. If you create a 1/1 snail if you don't have a snail, but then if you do have a snail, put up a little counter on one of your snails. So you could do this with a changeling archetype, where your rats, where your changelings are rats and snails. So one of your rats die, no whatever, and you grow one of your snails. Or you could just do this with rats, and that's it. Just get the snail with Wick, and you could just grow that snail. Um, and with Wick, you just fling the snails, because for for 3 mana you can fling a snail and draw cards equal to the power. So yeah, but you could also fling, you can also fling with Um, you know, even if you could play with even if you play with more snails, chains like with that one snail from Itsland, you could fling those. So I don't. I mean, whatever you want to do with Wick, just cook, cause this card's actually very good, and just it's a cool commander. I don't see this being played anywhere other than commanders. So, but this seems like a cool deck to build. I mean, bring in your rat colonies and your relentless rats and just 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 play your game. Anyways, congratulations, you've reached the end of the podcast. So why don't you like and subscribe and follow Viantra, share friends, stay tuned for next video streams and podcasts. Podcasts will be live every Tuesday 4:30 GMT. Stay tuned to them. Watch my other videos too. I mean, for a matter of fact, MTGO update. We got um, Pioneer Preliminary at 1 p.m. GMT, and I intend on playing it. And on Thursday as well, 1 p.m. GMT, Modern Challenge. Nice. And what? Friday, noon GMT, Pioneer Challenge. And well, and of course, what we got? I mean, Saturday I'm playing an actual qualifier event in paper, so no Saturday events. Sunday I intend on playing Sunday I might do a Pioneer Challenge at about 1 p.m. GMT. And we go back to Monday, where we got a uh, sit wait let's do it. I think sit a 2 p.m. modern preliminary. I mean, I think so. I think I'll do that. A a 2 p.m. modern preliminary. But anyways, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and bye.